This is the answer key for lesson 1.2, comparing and ordering integers, that we'll be working on today on September 15th. I wanted the students to be able to see the answer key to make sure that they are answering these questions correctly. So yesterday we were looking at just positive and negative numbers and being able to plot those on a number line and understanding opposites. Today we're looking more at comparing and ordering integers based on their value and looking very carefully at that positive and negative number, again on the number line. So for our first example here, the real world example shows the Westfield Soccer League that ranks its teams using a number called the win-loss combined record. A team with more wins than losses will have a positive combined record. A team with fewer wins than losses will have a negative combined record. The table shows the total of the win-loss combined record for each team at the end of the season. They're graphing the win-loss combined record for each team on the number line here. Which team had the best record in the league, and how do you know? Well, the Wolves have the best team record because the record is farthest right on the number line. So farthest right would be the most positive. Which team had the worst record, and how do you know? And that would be the Tigers because they are farthest left on the number line, showing a negative, many losses. When we analyze the relationship, which is a very important part, we're trying to make connections because good mathematicians do that. They look for patterns and relationships and connections. It says, explain what the data tells you about the win-loss records of the teams in this league. Well, the Badgers, the Tigers, and the Hawks, they lost more games than they won. The Jaggers, the Cougars, the Wolves, they won more games than they lost. And the Sharks won the same number of games as they lost. That is why the Sharks are at net 0. So just looking at that graphing information, I'm able to then draw conclusions. On our ordering positive and negative numbers here, we have another real-world example. This time, Fred recorded the following golf scores during his first week at the Golf Academy. In golf, the player with the lowest score wins the game. So here we can see his record throughout the week. We can see his score. They've graphed for us Fred's scores on the number line, and then they've listed the numbers in order from least to greatest for us. So now it is your turn where you're going to take changes in stock price and you're going to graph them onto a number line, and then you're going to put them in order from greatest to least. Greatest being positive number, least being negative numbers. Same thing applies when you're practicing with elevation. First you graph them on a number line, and then you order them going from greatest to least. Okay, the next one that I want to go over is going to be the next two pages where students did practice. So this would have been on page 15 and page 16. Page 15 begins talking about writing inequalities. And specifically, an inequality is a statement that two quantities are not equal. The symbols greater than and less than are used to write inequalities. So that symbol greater than kind of looks like that open alligator mouth. It's always going to be open bigger towards the thing that is larger. And then when we have the smaller end of it, that's going to tell us that it's less than. So it says in 2005, Austin, Texas received 51 inches in annual precipitation. In 2009, the city received 36 inches in annual precipitation. In which year was there more precipitation? So looking at that chart and where it's pointed exactly, specifically 51 and 36 inches, we would be able to write an inequality that 51 is to the right of 36, so 51 is greater than 36, meaning I would write that again as 51 with the greater sign pointed outward, open towards the 51, and then the littler side is pointed towards the 36. 36 is to the left of 51 on the number line, which means I could also write that inequality by flipping it and having 36 again pointed with the narrow side towards 36 and the more open mouth pointed towards the 51 as it is the greater number. Write two inequalities to compare -6 and 7. Well, -6 is less than 7 and 7 is greater than -6. Again, just to give you another example, if I'm going to compare -4 and -9 and -4, -4 is greater than -9 because it's closer to 0, and -9 is less than -4 because it's farther away from 0. Then on your turn, you are just doing the same thing where you're practicing inequalities. Again, really trying to figure out which one's greater than or less than, but using that number line, because the number line is going to tell you if it is closer to 0. Then you're going to write two inequalities. So again, we have -2 is going to be greater than -18, and -18 is going to be less than -2. Writing two more inequalities, we're now comparing 39 and -39. -39 is less than 39, and 39 is greater than -39. We then have on the guided practice, we're going to graph the temperature for each city on the number line. Here's your cities and here's your temperatures. Practicing that again. Which city has the coldest? And I'm going to go by the lowest temperature to be coldest, so that would be city A. Which is the warmest? That's going to be the highest positive number, so that's going to be B. You then have some more practice where you're ordering your numbers now, instead of from greatest to least, from least to greatest. That's why it's so important to pay attention to the details. And then again, practicing writing two inequalities to compare the numbers -17 and -22. We have some more practicing of writing greater than and less than with positive and negative numbers. Another activity where we're practicing with a chart and temperatures. I want to have as much real world practice as possible. So the question of when are we ever going to use this is a perfect example of when you're going to use positive and negative numbers. Talking about stock prices, golf, sports teams, weather, and temperatures, all of that relates to positive and negative numbers. Finally, how can you use a number line to compare and order numbers? Well, if we put the numbers on a number line in order from least to greatest, you can just move left and right. And that's how you can use a number line to compare and order numbers. This has been your practice answer key so that you can make sure that you are answering all of your questions correctly. And if you did make any mistakes, you can learn from those mistakes before you move on to your homework.